Everyone we know starts out life wanting to be a substance abuser or to be poor. Most of us want to be lucky, rich, and successful. Some of us are, fortunately, but many of us aren't. Part of the reason for individual success and failure has to do with what we were given biologically in terms of good health, intelligence, and the ability to communicate well to reach our targets. The other part of it has to do with the families we grow up in, the social and economic conditions of our lives, and the parents, teachers, and friends who influence us. It doesn't take a genius to know that the child who grows up in a happy family has a better chance of being successful in life than the child growing up in a troubled family.
Some of us start life out on the right track, but a lot of us don't. Often these people whose families function poorly overcome early life problems by the inner strength some people call resilience. But many children who grow up in difficult, unloving, and abusive homes suffer harm to their bodies and to their spirits. It's difficult for them to be successful as many of us who grew up in healthier homes.
A social problem is an issue within the society that makes it difficult for people to achieve their full potential. Poverty, unemployment, unequal opportunities, and racism are examples of social problems. So are substandard housing, unemployment, discrimination, child abuse, and neglect.
Crime and substance abuse are also examples of social problems. Not only do social problems affect many people directly, but they also affect all of us indirectly. The drug abusing driver becomes a potential traffic accident that doesn't choose its victim by race, color, or creed, but does so randomly. We are the Sociogeeks show, and we'll discuss a couple of sociological problems that we face nowadays. Patriarchal community and women's rights. Patriarchy is a system of society or government in which men hold the power and women are largely excluded from it. Patriarchy literally means the rule of the father and comes from a Greek origin. Historically, the term patriarchy was used to refer to autocratic rule by male head of a family. However, in modern times, it more generally refers to social systems in which power is primarily held by adult men.
Women's rights are the rights and entitlements claimed for women and girls for many societies worldwide. In some places, these rights are institutionalized or supported by law, local custom, and behavior, whereas in others they may be ignored or suppressed. They differ from broader notions of human rights through claims of an inherent historical and traditional bias against the exercise of rights by women and girls in favor of men and boys. Issues commonly associated with notions of women include to vote, to hold public office, to work, to own property, education, serve in military, or be conscripted, to enter into legal contracts, and to parental rights.
Define feminism in your own words.
Basically, feminism is just accepting that women and men are equal, they have equal rights, they should be treated equally, men are not better and women are not better, and yeah, that's basically feminism itself.
Well, I believe that feminism is a movement, whether it's women or men, who are seeking social and political rights and economical rights for women. That's what it is.
Feminism means I go more for women's rights, and I do believe in it.
It's to be a woman, to have rights, to do whatever you want to do in your life, to achieve your goals.
Feminism, in my own words, is the rights of women to participate in everything like men exactly. To work, to participate in social activities, and to have equality.
To be treated like men, whether it's politically, economically, anything in the social life, in your own social life.
Feminism means that the woman has the ability to do everything, and she thinks that she's like the man and she can do everything.
Well, everyone says that women should be equal to men. Actually, God created us different, and we have different nature. But when it comes to God judgments, at the end of the day, everyone will be equal. So we might be equal in certain things, and other things when it comes to nature and what we can do, we're so different.
الرجل والمرأة ربنا خلقهم الاثنين متساويين تماما، بس مساواة في أشياء ومختلفين في أشياء أخرى. المساواة.
I think it's the equality between women and men. That's how I see it. Yeah.
But in general, I guess it would basically just to try and find equality between females and males.
To me, feminism is a kind of a outrageous action, actually, because women do that. They believe that they are not valued enough. And I don't think that it's necessary, the feminism.
Do you believe in the glass ceiling theory?
Yes, and I support it.
Yes, I do believe that it exists.
Oh yes, I definitely do.
Yes, I do.
It's according from one company to another and from one institution to another.
I believe that it does exist, sadly, yes.
Not really. I don't believe that it's right, but I believe that it's there.
I don't think they can.
What should be the minimum age for girls to marry?
I think, I don't know. It differs from culture to culture, so I think probably 22 is good.
Definitely not getting married like 18, 16. No, none of this.
20?
20.
20. After 22.
21. Or, yeah, 21.
I would say it would be between the age of 18 to 21.
يعني رقم معين يبقى نقول مثلا 20.
At the age of 21, it's much more probably good for her to get married.
Who has most responsibility in the society?
Well, I believe it's the woman. It's all the time it's the woman because we're moms and we raise up men. So we're responsible for raising up men, so we're so responsible.
I think women.
Of course, women, they have more responsibilities.
Women are carrying the biggest load.
I think women have more responsibilities.
I think they have equal responsibilities, but the field where they, like carry out this mission is different.
I think they're both equally responsible.
Do you think women's clothing is an incitement to rape, yes or no?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. No.
There's no reason to rape. Even if she's naked, you have absolute no right to rape her.
فلو المرأة التزمت بلبسها أعتقد إن نسبة التحرش يعني هتقل بنسبة كبيرة جدا جدا.
I think that you can't walk around wearing something that is triggering a man's whatever, and he sees you, and he's already sick. He has already psychological problems, and then he sees you, and then it's as if you're pressing his buttons.
Which of the following residual effects do women suffer from the most after a sexual assault? Depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, sleep disorder, or self-harm?
Depression.
I think all of those are related and they could suffer from more than one thing.
Mainly it's depression and accompanied by anxiety. That's what I think.
According to what I've seen in my experience in the medical field, it's usually the post-traumatic stress disorder, later on followed by depression.
As a woman, do you feel you have less rights?
Yes. Yes. Less rights. Yes, I do have less rights.
Definitely yes. Yes.
Okay. I feel I don't have less rights, but I feel I have more responsibilities.
In Egypt, yes. In Egypt, yes.
Why do you think men are threatened by women empowerment?
It's because the term woman refers to weakness in the mind of people. And people think that when they are called by the name of a woman or just by the traits of a woman, they are being insulted, and they think that they are weak, in the eye of others. So that's why people find it so, embarrassing actually to be compared with women.
لماذا تظن أن الرجال مهددين بقدرات وقوات المرأة؟
الراجل مش مهدد بقدرات المرأة تماما. كل إنسان له قدرات معينة. الإنسان اللي قدراته أقوى وأحسن هو المفروض ياخد مكانه في الوجود وفي الحياة. فمش مهددة. الإنسان المهدد الإنسان اللي لا يمتلك قدرات. فلو المرأة قدراتها أعلى يبقى هي التي يجب أن نعتمد عليها نظرا لقدراتها. لكن لو الراجل قدراته أعلى يبقى هيقلق من إيه؟ إذا كان قدراته هو أعلى. فبتتفاوت من شخص لشخص.
Why do you think most women are isolated from executive advancements?
I think it's the misconception of, especially in a Middle Eastern country, that women they have a lot of duties to their husband and to their family, so they would be occupied most of the time and so forth.
Why do you think most women are isolated from executive advancements?
Actually, they're isolated because it's a cultural bound, I think. It's something very wrong, it's unfair. But I still do think that women, they cannot take every kind of position like being a judge. It's not fair for a woman to be a judge because psychologically she's more emotional than men, so men will take the right decision in this aspect, but other things, no.